We're playing Luke Out,
Deals About.
Luke Out,
Deals About.
We've got to get a jingle for this, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've got to get an official one, I think. I think
keep asking.
It's earned it. So Luke Deal's hiding somewhere in the county, but where? Are you there, Luke?
Yeah, you need an official jingle with some decent singers, really, don't you?
A choir.
Well,
Right,
maybe,
thanks.
Maybe you could lend your... Because we know you've got an award-winning singing voice.
Certainly not. Absolutely not. Should we get on with this then?
yeah,
I gave you a
come on
cryptic
then.
clue, didn't I?
Yes.
An hour ago, and that
Go on.
was value of a Roman 9. Value of a Roman 9.
Yeah, and then you gave us some more details.
Yeah, some other bits and pieces we gave you. That I was in a village where they had a shop, library, various schools from a preschool, primary school and high school. There was the pub, which was the Greyhound. It was having its windows cleaned, and a hairdresser's as well, or a beauty box as it was called. Plus also the church was St Mary's, and one of the claims to fame of the village was that it was the backdrop for the Witchfinder General, and a new breed of chicken was created by a Mr Appleyard. So, where was I?
Well, if he's got it right, Colchester Graham says it's a very clever cryptic clue. So, where are you?
In Ixworth. That is the answer to today's.
Ixworth.
How does that
goes
work with the cryptic?
Well, value, if you think of value, you can use the word worth, and the Roman 9, the numeral is IX. Swap them around, and you've got Ixworth. There you go. That's your history lesson for today.
Easy when you know how. And you've been loads
Absolutely.
and loads of people getting it right. We'll mention those guys in a few minutes. But you've been out and about meeting people.
Absolutely, and one gentleman I spoke to is known as Mr Ixworth, and that's Ben Lord, and he's been telling me about the history of that particular village. So Ben, tell me, as we look up the high street here in Ixworth, what is it that keeps you in this wonderful Suffolk village?
But it's fair to say I know no different. I've always lived here, as has 4 or 5 generations of my family beforehand. But, you know, we are probably one of the more historic villages in West Suffolk. The earliest mentions of Ixworth go back now over 1,000 years. We're standing right next to a property, probably the oldest house in the village, that's circa 800 years old. We've still got the Ixworth Abbey here. We've got the Priory, which, you know, all of those kind of links going back to those eras. But at the same time, whilst maintaining the character of the village, we've still got that modernisation about it. You know, the high street is like many other sort of large-sized villages in that it's got its delivery vans, it's got its shops, it's got its pubs. So there's something in it for everybody here, whether you're wanting to join clubs, whether it be the Bowls Club or the over 60s if you're of that age group, or you're simply wanting to get involved because you're a young parent and you wanting to go to the toddler group in the village. There really is something for everyone.
I mean, as we look up that high street, I mean, it's the perfect backdrop for a movie motion picture.
Well, it could be. Ixworth has starred in part in films previously. Witchfinder General was filmed in part here, late 70s, early 80s, whenever that was produced. So it has got its character about it. You know, you in the southern part of the high street, you've got all of this kind of 1300 era housing, and then the further up the village you go, you can see the Georgian parts, you can see the Edwardian parts. So, yeah, you almost could have some kind of Downton Abbey a la Ixworth.
That would be a dream come true, wouldn't it?
Well, I'm not a Downton Abbey fan. I've never watched any of it. But
Have you not?
I'm guessing.
Shame on you.
I'm guessing for some it would be, yes.
I mean, how different is that high street compared to when you were knee-high to a grasshopper?
Well, 40 years ago, and I'm approaching 40 this year, this high street was absolutely ram solid. It was the main A143 from Bury St Edmunds to Great Yarmouth, so it was bumper to bumper with all of the usual vehicles. Absolute nightmare summer weekends, because you didn't just have cars and trucks, you had the caravans going to the coast.
Yeah.
So we were bypassed in 1986, which that has thankfully done a lot. But even today, as you can see, more and more people have cars to a household now compared to what they did 40, 50 years ago. So whilst the high street doesn't necessarily have the throughput of traffic congestion, it does have a huge problem with parked vehicles. In terms of who's who in the village, Yeah, when I was a kid, we had the post office, we had butchers, we had various other small knick-knack shops, which, as time has gone by, that generation of trading has sadly gone. But that's very much been what Ixworth has seen for the last 50 or 60 years. You know, we, at one point, if you talk, for instance, my uncle's 84, has lived in this village all his life, and he could name about 30 businesses that used to operate in this village. So it just goes to show that things have changed considerably over time. But, you know, we could be a lot worse off compared with some. We are fortunate to still have what we've got.
I mean, you used to own what was the coffee shop here in the High Street.
That's right. We opened the Rambling Rose in February 2020 with absolutely no foresight in our business plan that a global pandemic was about to shut us down 3 weeks later. So unfortunately, that was a real bittersweet moment. It was great to get that coffee shop re-established in the village that had been a real popular fixture for the last 20 years or so. But COVID had other ideas, and in the space of 16 months, I opened and closed it 3 times. And on the last time I did it, I said, that's it. This can't withstand this any longer.
Yeah, and now it's a place for children to play.
That's right. World of Play is in there now, and very sweetly, it's got some role play in there that is a cafe setup. And Louise, the owner, very sweetly asked if she could name it the Rambling Rose. So we've still got our legacy in that building, even though we're not serving lattes anymore.
But do they sell beer here still? Are the pubs still vibrant?
Well, the pub situation in Ixworth is quite a hot topic at the moment. The Pickerel reopened on the 14th of March, only to have closed again rather abruptly 2 weeks ago for reasons that aren't entirely clear, which is a real shame because that had been really brought back to a new lease of life. Had got a real buzz about it, was serving fantastic food. But there you go, things change, and it just shows how unforeseen things can be in current economic times. The Greyhound's still here, good pub if you want good ales, very great pub grub, home cooked. So we've still got some pub activity here as well.
How would you sum up Ixworth for someone that's never been here?
Well, it depends if you're asking Ben, the lifelong resident and parish council chairman, or if you're asking West Suffolk Council. West Suffolk Council would say this is a key service centre because we pretty much boast everything that you'd want in a village. Ben, who is the resident before he's anything else here, it's just got everything that I need. It's got my family here. Sentimentality of family roots is an important thing to me. I travel the world all the time, but there's still nothing like coming home to Ixworth. And the fact that now I'm in a situation where, you know, I'm watching my niece come in behind me. She's 4 in August. She's now about to start at the primary school. In fact, I must just plug, we've got our summer fair on the 10th of July, our Fun on the Field fair. So, you know, I'm now getting involved in a different part of the community that previously I wouldn't, because, you know, that next generation is coming in behind. But this village has got it all. It's still got the village character. It still feels very English, and I think there's something quite nice and traditional about that.
So there you go. Luke Deal was in Ixworth today. Loads of people got it right. Ipswich Dave, Person Lil from over the hill, Sid in Stow Up.